Okay, now turn the clutch adjuster in all the way to give yourself a little extra slack. That'll make it easier to get the lever off. And then start by taking a wrench with a 10mm socket. I'm using an extension to give myself a little more clearance. You don't want it to be so long that you're banging into the factory bodywork, but you do need the clearance to get away from the controls here. Now what you want to do here is use your finger and hold it on top of this bolt while you turn the wrench. Now this is going to keep the bolt from lifting out, and it'll hold it in place to let you unscrew the nut on the bottom. Okay, once you've got it fully loosened, be careful not to drop this nut off, and then go ahead and pull the bolt out. It's going to let your lever come loose here, at which point you'll be able to turn it over and then just wiggle out your clutch cable. Okay, now that we have the factory lever removed, here's our CRG lever. The one thing we're going to have to do is there's a bushing inside the factory lever that has some grease on it. You want to go ahead and take that and insert it into the CRG. If you feel like it doesn't have much grease on it, you can go ahead and add a little more. This bike's pretty much brand new, so it's still pretty nicely greased up, so we'll go ahead and forego that. And then basically you want to just turn the lever over. Here's the slot. You go ahead and reinsert the end of the clutch cable into the new lever. You want to get it nice in here, and then go ahead and flip it over with the bushing installed and slide it back into the factory position, just like so. Then you want to take your bolt that you removed, stick it through the bushing and the lever. Now that's on. All you got to do is put the nut that you originally took off back on the end of this bolt. Now see, if you turn this bolt, it falls into its slot. That'll hold it in place while you screw this nut back on. Use the same technique you did to hold it, take it off. Put your finger on top of the bolt up here to keep it in the little slot. And go ahead and turn it back on to tighten it. Make sure you've got that bolt on the bottom nice and tightened up. You don't want to over tighten and snap the bolt, but make sure it's on there good. You wouldn't want it coming off while you're riding. Okay, the last step you want to do is you want to come in here and just turn your clutch adjuster back out and correct the slack adjustment here so that it's back to where it was from the factory. Nice easy adjustability right here, 1 through 6. Real nice feel. They feel great. Brake and clutch, and you're ready to ride. Some beautiful new CRG levers.